2025 does not know what hit them. We are walking, no, we are gliding ourselves into 2025 as a badass mom. How are we gonna do this, you may ask? Well, we are gonna get ourselves a better attitude. We're gonna get a schedule and routine down pat. Wrote down, we're gonna nail this thing. We're gonna get a awesome self-care routine. We're gonna get date nights figured out. We're gonna get our finances figured out. We're going to rock this thing so that when we glide into 2025, we already got our shit together. We ain't gonna be behind, we're gonna be ahead. Well, let's get into how we're gonna do that. Join me on this journey to be a badass mom. It is not exactly going to be easy, but that's okay. It's part of the journey. We're gonna get things easy, or we're gonna do the hard things now so that's gonna be easy later on. Now, how are we gonna do this? Well, we first of all have to start with a schedule and a routine. We gotta know what we're gonna do. We gotta know on a daily basis, a weekly basis, what we gotta do and get accomplished. Now, is it gonna get accomplished every day? Probably not, but we at least have an outline for, okay, this is how I'm feeling today, this is what's going on today, and this is what needs to get done, or at least attempt to get done, so that if it doesn't, I can throw it onto tomorrow's schedule or whenever you have the availability. So join me. We're gonna look at a couple of my planners. I use planners, calendars, whatever schedules. I use like 4 different things, mainly one, combined into one now, but how I used to do things and now what I am using to make things a little bit easier. But there's so many different ways you can organize your schedule and routine. So I'm gonna show you what I do and what you could do. For starters, I use this app. It's called Weekly Planner. I started using that for a little bit. I liked it, and I don't not dislike it. I just found something better. I use that. I use my Google Calendar on my phone. I have a whiteboard in my kitchen I use, and then I use the Notions app now. That's pretty much what I use now that I've kind of learned how to use it. But anyways, I'm going to show you all of these things and just give you some ideas of what you could do just to make your life a little bit easier. Okay, so we're gonna take a little trip to my calendar I have in the kitchen. It's a whiteboard, so I'll show you that. I don't really use this a lot anymore. I need to actually update it for December, even though we're like a week or two in. That's okay. But we're gonna take a trip over there, kind of show you how I organize things, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the things on my phone and computer. Okay, so we are in my kitchen. I'm gonna show you my whiteboard. So this is what it looks like. So I told you I have to fix it for the month of December, ignore my little decoration. But anyways, so I'll put the month up there, all the days, and then down here I have a little like, what do you call it? The little like table of contents kinda. So like I organize it to where I have like my bills on there, I'm mom obviously and dad, like our schedules, the kids, and then I also down here have a makeshift laundry routine. I actually have adjusted this to fit my needs now, but I do that. I'll have birthdays up there. Super convenient because it's directly next to my fridge. I'm not going to show you my fridge due to the fact that I have some bills up there in our address, but anyways, so that is just a basic what you could do if you have a whiteboard app. Okay, so this is that weekly planner I was talking about. So it literally just has the specific days on the app that you want to use and what days you want to start with. I started with Mondays, which I kind of want to change that to Sundays, but that's okay. I don't really use this anyways, but makeshift. So really the only thing I have on here is kind of a cleaning and laundry schedule. So you'll see here on Monday, so on Monday I do towels. So that's just like what I do. And then like on Tuesdays we do mom and dad, so me and my husband. And then because I'm already in the basement in our room, I will clean our bathroom and tidy up our room a little bit, although it's not usually the best due to the fact we live in the basement. Anyways, so this is kind of just this app. I'll definitely put it in the description, and I'll like show what it looks like too on here. But honestly, for a free app, I like this. Super simple. So we are back over here on my computer. I'm going to show you Notion if you guys have not used it. Such a cool app. So it's basically a completely customizable calendar, notes app, like you name it, it's got it on here. Like they have some preset templates on here for you. So like obviously project planner, you can do your finances on here, habit tracker. Those aren't mine. Those are just, like I said, the templates in here. If you're applying for jobs, you can add your resume. So cool. And then my dashboard. So this is what I've customized. This is all I've used so far. So I need to find a picture that fits better, but those are my kids. So we got my dashboard. I just put cheesy quotes in here just to keep me going. Anyway, so you move on. You got your little notebook here and all the things I have, like content ideas down. I don't have any recipes down. I'm not sure why I put 2 there, but I need to change one of those. And then, okay, so this specifically is what we are getting into today. So schedule. This is my makeshift schedule, and I'll put a screenshot in too. But that's my schedule here. And then we go down here to the to-dos. So I highly suggest this. You have the calendar in here, which I still need to fill out, so you can put like birthdays and all that. And obviously you could pretty much makeshift and add whatever you want on here. So highly recommend using Notion. Anyways, we are back in a new location, obviously. Lighting was absolutely terrible in the other location due to the fact and the time of day that I decided to start recording. Anyways, I digress. So we're back trying to get our shit together to be the baddest mom we can for 2025. So you saw a little bit of how I think we need to get started, and I think that should really be your homework, is writing that shit down, man. Like, write down your schedule. And if that just seems overwhelming, start by like one thing. Like, write down just the tasks and chores you want done weekly. Like, is it laundry on one specific day? Is it laundry spread out through days? Does this bathroom need to be cleaned? Like, just write your tasks down, okay? Put it in your phone, notes app, put it on a piece of paper, a notebook, wherever. Just write it down, okay? And then you're good. You're done with that. Just set it down for a while and come back to it later. Come back the next day, later that day, whatever. And then put specific days and times you want those things done. I'll insert my specific schedule and I'll show you and expose myself there. But what I specifically do to keep myself organized. I have to keep myself so organized because I'm a working mom. I don't just have like a job where I can work when I want. I have specific times I have to work and get things done. So I work a 9 to 5, not within those hours, but I have to be at the computer for those certain amount of times. Do I get breaks and stuff like that? Yes, but I need to have a specific schedule so that I know when those things get done, and then it doesn't overwhelm me. Like a couple weeks or like even a month or two ago, like looking down on like a Sunday, like I just felt overwhelmed before the week even started because I'm like, I have all of this crap to get done and just not enough days and times. So I said, you know what? I cannot be the only mom that is struggling with this. So I sat down and seriously looked at what I need to do to fix this. And that specifically was where I started. I wrote everything down and what needs to get done. And then I'm like, you know what? Not everything needs to be done on one specific day. So I decided, you know what? Let's write down specific days I want things done. And honestly, I don't feel as overwhelmed. I do 1 to 2 loads of laundry every day. I don't always fold them on those days, but I make sure they're washed and dried. And then I'm done, instead of having to wash everything. Like that just, it's not realistic and it just doesn't get done. Now if it does for you, that's awesome, but it just didn't for me. So now it's just, laundry isn't as overwhelming. Do I still hate folding it and putting it away? Yeah, but I at least have specific days now that I can do that. So I just highly recommend you sit down and write down your... Okay, so we have our homework, right? So again, if you hadn't caught on already, like I said, write your shit down. Write your shit down, and then and you see a list, and it's not so scary. Like once you officially like expose what's going on and have it written down, it doesn't become as scary. So write it down. I also suggest if you have a partner, husband, whatever, wife, that you talk about it too. Like you can't be the only one getting things done around the house because unfortunately there's ask for help, just have that chat and be like, I need from you so I can get the things I need to get done and accomplished, lean on the people around you, and it's not always just you. If you have older kids, give them chores. I don't see anything wrong with giving kids chores. They need to learn their responsibility and what needs to be done to maintain a household. So subscribe, send this to someone who you think might benefit from it. Just get the word out. We are gonna crush this thing. We're gonna crush this mom thing, and we're gonna crush 2025 fast. Like before it even starts. Like it might as well already be our bitch. That's how organized we're gonna be. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna hold each other accountable because we can do this. We need to have other moms around each other, like around us, to be the moms we want to be. Like you can't always do everything alone and bottle it up. Like share and ask for help. You know. But anyways, come back next week for more tips. And as always, you can always go look at my other video, even some shorts. I am new to this YouTube thing, but I hope you continue to follow my journey as I learn YouTube. And as always, you can always go check out my TikTok. I have tons of videos there, and then I also have a new Instagram account that I'm starting there as well. So as always, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.